Get ready because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the inside scoop you cannot afford to miss. The pace is relentless, the stakes are higher than ever, and right here, right now, we're diving headfirst into the stories that are shaping our world. From groundbreaking financial plays to revolutionary tech advancements, this is your essential download. Stay locked in, because you're about to get the unfiltered truth and the hottest updates before anyone else. Let's geo. First up, a titan of the digital asset world is making a massive move onto the public stage, navigating a complex landscape of financial performance and regulatory scrutiny. This isn't just another IPO. It's a high-stakes gamble with potentially massive implications for the future of the entire industry. We're talking about a company that's been a major player, now testing the waters of traditional finance with a valuation that's turning heads. Will this bold strategy pay off, or are they walking into a storm? We've got the full breakdown. Then, we're shifting gears to the very heart of our connected lives, where a tech giant is poised to make a significant upgrade to how we interact with our homes. Get ready for a glimpse into a future where your living space becomes truly intelligent, potentially leaving competitors in the digital dust. This isn't just about convenience. It's about a fundamental reimagining of smart home technology that could redefine user experience. We'll explore what this means for the average user and how it stacks up against the current offerings. And that's not all. We've got another major development from the world of digital assets, this time focusing on a company that's not only pursuing public market access, but doing so with a significant valuation that signals serious ambition. This story dives deep into the strategic decisions, the market conditions, and the potential ripple effects across the crypto landscape. It's a must-watch for anyone trying to understand the trajectory of this dynamic sector. Finally, we're circling back to a familiar name in the digital asset space as they continue to forge their path in the public markets. This latest move is all about solidifying their position, leveraging their brand, and navigating the intricate dance between innovation and regulation. We'll uncover the details of their strategy and what it means for their future and the broader market. Don't go anywhere, because you need to know this. Stick around for all the details, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get into it. Gemini aims for $2.22 billion IPO amid financial hurdles. Gemini, the prominent cryptocurrency exchange co-founded by the Winklevoss twins, is making a significant push into the public markets with an initial public offering, IPO, targeting a valuation of up to $2.22 billion. The company plans to offer 16.67 million shares of Class A common stock, with a price range set between $17 and $19 per share. Should the shares be priced at the higher end of this range, the offering could generate as much as $317 million. To accommodate potential increased demand, underwriters have been granted a 30-day option to acquire an additional 2.5 million shares, which would help cover any overallotments. The exchange intends to list on the Nasdaq Global Select Market under the ticker symbol GEMI. This strategic move by Gemini aligns with a broader trend observed in the digital asset industry, where several firms are seeking public market listings as investor interest in digital infrastructure continues to grow. Gemini follows in the footsteps of companies like Circle Internet Group, which recently completed a successful IPO in June, raising $583 million and reporting $658 million in revenue and reserve income for its first quarter as a public entity, indicating sustained demand for digital asset-related services. The IPO is being managed by a syndicate of major Wall Street institutions, including lead bookrunners Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, with additional support from Morgan Stanley, Cantor, and other investment firms. The offering details will be made available through a prospectus accessible via Goldman Sachs or Citigroup. While a specific listing timeline has not yet been announced, Gemini has stated that the offering is contingent upon prevailing market conditions. Despite facing financial headwinds, including net losses totaling $282.5 million in the first half of the year against $68.6 million in total revenue, Gemini is pressing forward with its public market aspirations. The company has also secured substantial funding, borrowing over $230 million from Winklevoss Capital, the family office of the Winklevoss brothers, to bolster its cryptocurrency holdings. Furthermore, Gemini is actively addressing regulatory challenges, having recently settled a $37 million fine with New York State concerning unsafe practices, and is working to return $1.1 billion to customers from its former lending service. This IPO represents a crucial juncture for Gemini, one of the pioneering regulated U.S. crypto exchanges. By venturing into the public market, the company aims to capitalize on the increasing investor appetite for digital asset-related infrastructure. Given the current resilience shown in the market for crypto listings, Gemini's public debut could establish a significant precedent for other exchanges looking to enter the public domain in the near future. User impact. The crypto community is closely watching Gemini's IPO as a bellwether for the broader market sentiment towards digital assets and their integration into traditional finance. This is a massive play by Gemini, but will it be enough to overcome their financial and regulatory hurdles? Next, we're diving into how Google's latest AI advancements are set to make smart homes significantly smarter, potentially leaving competitors in the dust. Google's Gemini set to revolutionize smart homes, outshining Siri. Google is making a significant move to elevate its smart home capabilities with the introduction of Gemini for Home, a successor to the current Google Assistant. This new AI-powered system is designed to be substantially more powerful and user-friendly, leveraging the advanced reasoning, inference, and search capabilities of Google's most advanced AI models. While the familiar "Hey Google" hot word remains, the system will transition from rigid command structures to understanding more nuanced and complex requests, aiming to provide a more natural and intuitive interaction. One of the key advancements highlighted is Gemini for Home's ability to handle multi-step commands seamlessly. Users will be able to issue instructions such as "turn off the lights everywhere except my bedroom," or even more context-aware requests like "play that song from this year's summer blockbuster about race cars." This capability directly addresses a long-standing promise from competitors like Apple's Siri, which has struggled to effectively string together multiple commands in a single interaction. Gemini for Home will allow users to perform actions like dim the lights and set the temp to 72 degrees with ease. Beyond command execution, Google is also focused on blurring the lines between traditional smart home functionality and a truly intelligent, proactive assistant. The company has provided examples that showcase Gemini for Home's potential to integrate deeply into daily life and household management. These include tasks such as automatically adding ingredients for a specific recipe to a shopping list, add the ingredients to make an authentic Italian lasagna to my shopping list, or providing precise cooking assistance, like set a timer for perfectly blanched broccoli. Furthermore, it can help users plan meals based on available ingredients, responding to prompts like, "I have spinach, eggs, cream cheese, and smoked salmon in the fridge. Help me make a delicious meal." The rollout of Gemini for Home is set to begin with an early access program on October 1st. Google plans to replace the existing Google Assistant on both current and future smart home devices with this advanced AI model. This strategic integration signals Google's commitment to maintaining a competitive edge in the rapidly evolving AI and smart home landscape, aiming to offer a more sophisticated and integrated experience for its users. User impact. This upgrade promises to make smart home interactions more fluid and intuitive, potentially setting a new standard for voice assistants in the home environment and highlighting a gap in current offerings from competitors. Google's Gemini for Home is poised to redefine smart living. But how does this stack up against the latest moves in the cryptocurrency world? Next, we're diving into another major IPO that's capturing attention in the digital asset space, with a significant valuation and strategic implications. Gemini's 2.2B IPO bid signals crypto's mainstream ambition. Gemini, the cryptocurrency exchange founded by the Winklevoss twins, is strategically positioning itself for a significant entry into the public markets, with a proposed valuation of up to $2.2 billion. This move marks a critical step in the company's development, aiming to leverage investor interest in the burgeoning digital asset sector. The exchange plans to offer 16.67 million shares of Class A common stock, with an initial price range set between $17 and $19 per share. At the higher end of this range, the offering could potentially raise approximately $317 million. The company has secured underwriting support from major financial players, including Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, signaling a level of traditional finance endorsement for its public debut. The timing of Gemini's IPO is particularly noteworthy, coinciding with a resurgence in the U.S. IPO market. Following a period of subdued activity, recent strong debut performances by other companies have revitalized investor confidence and broadened market participation. This environment provides a favorable backdrop for Gemini, as it seeks to become one of the few U.S. crypto exchanges to trade publicly, joining the ranks of Coinbase, which recently joined the S&P 500, and Bullish, which also recently went public. Gemini's listing would further underscore the growing mainstream acceptance of digital assets and the companies that facilitate them. Gemini's journey to this point has been shaped by the Winklevoss twins' early and significant investments in Bitcoin, which established them as early billionaires in the crypto space. Their vision for Gemini has consistently emphasized regulatory compliance and security, positioning the exchange as a more conservative and trustworthy platform compared to some competitors. Going public is seen as a move to enhance transparency, demonstrate long-term commitment, and build further trust within the industry, which has historically faced scrutiny regarding volatility and regulation. However, Gemini faces a competitive landscape, both from global players like Binance and Kraken, and from the ongoing regulatory uncertainty surrounding digital asset exchanges. Investors will be closely monitoring how Gemini navigates these challenges and demonstrates its ability to achieve sustained growth. A successful IPO could not only bolster Gemini's position, but also encourage other digital asset companies to pursue public listings, further integrating the crypto industry into traditional financial systems. User impact. The crypto community views Gemini's IPO as a crucial indicator of market health and a potential catalyst for increased mainstream adoption and trust in digital assets. Gemini's ambitious IPO aims to solidify its place in the market, but what's next in the fast-paced world of tech innovation? Next, we're looking at another significant development from a major tech player, focusing on how their AI strategy is set to impact our daily lives and smart devices. Gemini's public market debut, a high-stakes play amidst market volatility. Gemini, the cryptocurrency exchange founded by the Winklevoss twins, is making a significant strategic move by preparing for a U.S. initial public offering, IPO, with a target valuation of up to $2.2 billion. This endeavor represents a critical step for the company, aiming to tap into public market investor interest in the expanding digital asset ecosystem. The exchange intends to issue 16.67 million shares of Class A common stock, with a proposed price range of $17 to $19 per share. If the offering is priced at the higher end, Gemini could raise approximately $317 million. The involvement of major underwriters like Goldman Sachs and Citigroup suggests a strong endorsement from traditional financial institutions, potentially paving the way for a successful listing. The timing of Gemini's IPO is particularly opportune, as the broader U.S. IPO market shows signs of recovery and increased investor confidence, following a period of slower activity. This favorable market condition positions Gemini to become one of the few U.S.-based crypto exchanges to be publicly traded, following in the footsteps of Coinbase's S&P 500 inclusion and Bullish's recent public debut. The listing of Gemini would further signal the growing mainstream integration of digital assets and the platforms that support them. Built on a foundation of security and regulatory compliance, Gemini has consistently aimed to differentiate itself as a more conservative exchange. The Winklevoss twins, who gained early wealth through their pioneering investments in Bitcoin, have steered the company with a focus on trust and transparency. A public listing is expected to further enhance these attributes, providing greater visibility and potentially attracting a wider base of institutional and retail investors who are increasingly looking for regulated avenues to access the digital asset market. However, Gemini faces considerable challenges, including intense competition from global exchanges like Binance and Kraken, as well as the persistent regulatory uncertainty that continues to shape the cryptocurrency landscape. Investors will be closely observing how Gemini navigates these complexities and demonstrates its capacity for sustainable growth. A successful IPO could not only strengthen Gemini's market position, but also serve as a positive indicator for other digital asset companies considering public offerings, thereby fostering greater trust and adoption within the broader crypto industry. User impact. Industry analysts suggest that Gemini's IPO success could be a significant confidence booster for the entire crypto market, potentially encouraging more mainstream investment and regulatory clarity. Gemini's bold move onto Wall Street is set to make waves, but what's the final piece of critical tech news you need to know today? Stay tuned as we wrap up with a quick recap of all the top stories. And that's a wrap on another high-octane news cycle. We saw Gemini making a massive play for the public markets, aiming for a $2.22 billion IPO despite recent losses. Meanwhile, Google's Gemini is set to make our smart homes way smarter, potentially leaving competitors like Siri in the dust. Gemini is once again in the spotlight, pursuing a $2.2 billion IPO valuation, signaling big ambitions in the crypto space. Finally, Gemini continues its public market journey, aiming to solidify its position and build trust in the evolving digital asset landscape. What a lineup! If you found this update valuable, smash that like button, subscribe for more insights, and hit the notification bell so you're always in the know. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and follow us on all our social channels for even more. We'll see you in the next one.